You've gone out, you took some decent pictures of some supercars, you've come back and you don't know where to start with the edit. I was once in your shoes when I started out with photography and I took some pictures of some supercars. So in today's video I'll teach you how to go from an average shot like this to this. And you can see there's a big difference and I'll teach you guys how to do that. Before you guys roast me with the reflections on the cars, I didn't have no polarizer on me and this shot wasn't even planned. Me and my mate literally went out for a shoot and we just saw the car there. I was like, you know what, we need to get a shot of this. Before we get into this tutorial, I just want to let you guys know that there is a link below with the raw photo itself, so you can follow along with the edit and just practice yourself with the actual image. So when you load this image into Photoshop, it will come up as this tab and it'll say camera raw at the top. And the raw is like a kind of format where everything is uncompressed. So the first thing that we notice with this image is it's quite flat, there's no contrast in everything really. So what we do is put the contrast up. I like putting the highlights more down. I don't know, just like brings all the detail back. And with clarity, people like put it all the way to the top and think, yo, that's a good edit. When you're starting out, this looks good, but later on you realise you want subtle adjustments, not something dramatic. So on clarity, with the clarity I tend to keep on around max 15, or if I really want to push it a bit more, just maybe 20. I feel like 20 is a safe spot for me. Same goes with the dehaze. So around that mark there. Texture maybe just a bit. Okay, so we can see that the image is looking alright compared to before. What I typically do is put the vibrance up and put the saturation just a bit lower. So now we've done the basic adjustments, we're going to go on to a bit more detail. So we've got something called a radial filter, which it just affects a certain part of the image, so we can apply that here. We definitely want to put the shadows a bit up, brings a bit more of the detail back. Blacks, just a tiny bit. Don't want it to look too faded. You need that contrast, so we put the contrast back in just a bit. Put the clarity a bit more up with the car, and we want to sharpen it a bit more. And yeah, that's a good part there. Yes, that's pretty much done for the car. There's also something called a graduated filter, as the name suggests. It gradually affects the image. There's also something called a graduated filter, which will gradually affect the image. Put the exposure down, as you can see, it darkens that part of the image. There's also this purple kind of chromatic aberration, so what we do to fix that, push it a bit to the green. That should solve the problem usually. Right, that's looking decent so far. As you can tell, the car is kind of the focus, but we need to darken this bottom part of the image as well and add a bit more clarity to it. So what we do is we get this radial filter again, apply it over here, but put the exposure just a little down. That's pretty much done. Obviously you can do other adjustments, but this is a quick edit. So what we do is we open this file. Alright, so now that we've done the basic adjustments to the edit, now there's a secret that I really use that I haven't really seen anywhere. This is self-taught from navigating through Photoshop. So I'll go on the quick selection tool. I'll go over the image. This takes a bit of time. Don't take your time with this, do not rush this part here. So just go over the image. Okay, just this part here as well. Okay, you want to take your time with this part here. So for this, what you're trying to do is just create a selection and mask around the actual car. So this is how you do it, just go over it with the brush. Takes a bit of time. I'm going to kind of rush this process because I know I'll be here for a good 10-15 minutes if I was to take my time with this. So you guys get the idea of the mask. Then after you create the mask, you go on filter, blur, motion blur, and you play around with this. This is a secret that I literally found just by playing around in Photoshop. Now look at that image, straight drastic change to the image. What do you like in the image? Creates more depth to the image. And that's pretty much that done. So once you completed the edit and the image, you want to apply something called which is called a lookup table, LUT, or a preset. You do that by going on this, going color lookup. I've got my own preset that I made. It's called New T and O. It's teal and orange. I've been using this for some time. What people tend to do is they apply the preset and they keep it on 100, but you're not supposed to do that all the time. And you know what? I'm happy with this edit. It's good to go on Instagram. If you benefit from this channel in any way, shape or form, make sure to subscribe and comment down below what videos you would like to see. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.